Day 127. Psalm chapter 46, verses 9 and 10 says, He makes wars cease to the ends of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the shields with fire. He says, Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. And that's the NIV version. The NLT slightly reads a little bit different there, the last couple sentences, where it says, I will be honored by every nation. I will be honored throughout the world. So a couple things I'll point out. There's one, it talks about God will make wars cease. And then I love that he follows that up with, Be still and know that I am God. And he knows that he will be honored throughout the world. And every nation will be in awe of him. In my application study Bible, it gives a little more context on those last few sentences. It says, War and destruction are inevitable, but so is God's final victory. At that time, when he has the final victory, all will stand quietly before the Lord Almighty. How proper then for us to be still now, reverently honoring him in his power and majesty. And that's why we should take time each day to just honor and exalt God. And have confidence in being still, even when every fiber of our human side of us wants us to be anything but still. I've always loved that specific first line in verse 10, be still and know that I'm God. It's in a lot of homes. It's in a lot of, on a lot of canvases or paintings that I see. And man, is it not applicable to our life? Is again, every fiber of my mind when I'm in some extremely difficult situation on earth, my mind wants to run to anxiety. I want to start making excuses. I want to try to take the reins myself and get control. Start to make decisions without consulting God. Certainly not letting God lead my life and not being a vessel for him. And when you start to get so off track, and you're taking control and you're letting your anxiety overcome you, you really have to take a step back and say, but for what? Because if you truly are a Christian, you know why you're here and you know where you're going. It's not to minimize the value of this earth, because we all have such a special opportunity. If anything, you should absolutely know the value that you have on this earth, that you can literally minister to others with the wisdom that God's given us to help lead each other, your friends, family, colleagues, random people at the tire shop, and anyone in between. You can lead them with the good news that Jesus gives us. So you value your time on earth, but more than our time on earth, once we've run this good race that we're running and that race ends, there's so much more on the other side. There's eternal salvation. And if we truly believe that and we truly cling to that, even if we have to remind ourselves daily, and I think that's why it literally says in the Bible, to write these things on the tablet of your heart, write them on your door frames, write them anywhere you enter and leave, is we're going to have that common, that extremely often reminder, because we are human and our minds will want to get off track and wonder and freak out. But if we're truly daily reminding ourselves of the spiritual realm being more important than the physical realm, we are going to be so much more likely to truly be still and know that God will take care of us in this life and beyond. Doesn't mean that all the chips are going to fall our way in this life. Doesn't mean that we're going to escape this life without heartbreak or disease or loss or grief. But it's going to give us darn good perspective when we go through what anyone else goes through, to truly be still and know. And I'm speaking to myself here more than anyone, because when I deal with hard situations, I think I can be pretty good through a lot of hard situations, but man, sometimes things will pile up and I'll get overwhelmed, especially when it comes to loss and grief and things that I don't fully understand, where I can get mentally really off track. And I just have to write these verses on the tablet of my heart and in my mind. Because whatever happens, good, bad, and ugly on this earth, we need to know that at the end of the day, when all is said and done, God has the victory, God has final word. Everyone will be sitting quietly in awe of him. And what does that do? That allows us in this moment, in our earthly trials, no matter what trials and tribulations we're experiencing, we have the knowledge and the wisdom to be able to execute, being still and knowing that he is our God. So carry that with you as you experience the highs and the lows of life. Know that he is for us. He wants what's best for us. And we know why we're here. We know where we're going. It allows us to be still and know amidst anything. That's day 127.